Hello freaks and makeup geeks, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today's video isn't makeup related, hence having a bit of a bad makeup day. Don't know why I look like I've been punched, but we're just going to go with it. This is actually a little bit of a bonus video, hence why it's not uploaded on a Saturday or a Monday. I did mention that I was going to do this in one of my previous videos, and I mentioned it on my Instagram. I'm hosting a little bit of a Q&A. My following on here obviously isn't very big, and I hosted the Q&A on my personal Instagram, on which a lot of people don't actually interact with me. It's a sad life. So I don't have that many questions, but I have a few. So I'm just going to answer some of these. Hopefully it'll give you a little bit of an insight into me. Before we get into it, if you haven't already subscribed, if you could click subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also follow me on Instagram, a link is in the bio. That'd be awesome. That being said, let's answer some questions. So the first questions, sent a few in here from @Lizzie's98 on Instagram, that is Girls with a Paul's X on YouTube. I'll link her account down below. She asked, how old are you? I am 17, I turned 17 in February. She said, do you have any pets? I do. I currently have a cat, a hen, and my sister has 2 fish. Unfortunately, we are currently in the process of having to move house, so we may lose the hen, but yeah, that's the pets we have so far. Speaking of animals, there is a fly in this room, so if you hear buzzing, it's a fly going over the mic, and if you see me twitching, it's driving me up the wall. And she also asked, where do I live? I live sort of northwest England area. I don't want to give my entire location away. Then Living with Sin 13U, who is my friend Levi on Instagram, asked, who is my idol? I don't tend to idolise people, but there are certain people that I look up to. In the makeup community, on Instagram at least, it's Flawless Kevin, Paulie SFX, and then kind of more YouTube based is Tati, Jeffree Star, Raw Beauty Christie. As makeup artists, I think they've all got really great personalities. Most of them have a really good sense of humour. They all have a really good sense of humour. They're fantastic at their craft and what they do. And I think a good few of them are self-taught. So it's kind of nice to look up to those people and go, okay, well, I'm self-taught too, and I'm learning, and it's a process. And I am actually going to be going to uni for it, hopefully. But it's nice to look up to those people and be like, oh, you know, you've made it really far in the industry I'm going into, and it's kind of like the level I'd like to get to. Being trans, I also have a few like queer LGBT trans idols. Alex Bertie, Jamie, like he's called Jamie Dodger on YouTube, I think. Miles McKenna, Noah, Chandler Wilson. They're all like a group of trans individuals, and I really look up to those as well, because a lot of them, well, a few of them, they're only like a few years older than me, and it's nice to look at those people and know, okay, they've gone through what I'm going through with the dysphoria, with the trauma and the pain that goes with it, and they've got to the point where they are now. Most of them have gone through their surgeries and hormones and everything, and they're so much happier, and they look so much better and like in themselves now than they were. So it's nice to look up to those people and know that I can do that too. Celebrities wise, I try not to idolise people like that. Like, you know, it's like, it's okay, you're an actor, congratulations, but so in the celebrity world, there's not really anybody I idolise, to be honest. I have favourite celebrities, but not idols. Then TigerTownBound23 on Instagram, who I don't actually know who they are, asked me, how far do you live from your significant other? I'm looking at my phone, by the way. So my boyfriend Max lives in Scotland. He lives 150 miles away from me, so that's fun. We're sort of in a long distance relationship. 150 miles doesn't sound much to some people, but we don't have money or great family systems, so seeing each other's a bit hard. We've only met once in 6 months we've been together. And then 12 Williams M, who is my friend Matthew over on Instagram, asked, is the floof boopy? It's a bit of a joke between us, constantly talking about floof, but the only issue is when he says floof, I don't know whether he means my cat or my hair, because this is floof and it is indeed boopy. Quinn.yeehaw, who, that's a great username there, asked, why did you want to start doing YouTube? So I have a few reasons that I started. One is for myself to document my journey and progression with makeup. I know that in a few years' time, when I'm hopefully in uni or just out of uni, I'll be able to look back at my first videos and go, oh, you know, you've come pretty far. I think it's a really fun thing to do with any part of your life. I've had YouTube channels before where I was just documenting my life as a teenager, but this is focused on a more specific niche, and I think it's quite interesting to look back at it like that. The second reason is, whilst I'm in no way a qualified makeup artist and I have no idea what I'm doing, there are going to be people, whether they're younger than me or just less experienced than me, who, you know, don't know what they're doing either, and I hope that even one of my videos I post is something they didn't know or something they weren't as good at, and they can practice from that. Because I follow, you know, those of you I'm talking to now, the kind of channels where you probably only have like 30 to like 1,000 subscribers, and you're not massive famous influencers, but I learn something from your videos every time, and you provide good quality content, so it's a case of it's nice to look up to somebody else even if they're not a celebrity. The third reason that I'm building this channel up is kind of as a portfolio. I have an online portfolio and I am going to start making a physical sort of sketchbook portfolio, but I feel like it's nice to document this in videos as well, because a bunch of photos could be made by anybody. Whilst I don't entirely want university tutors and future employers to look at my really cringy videos, if they do, they can see me hand making the process and applying everything myself, and it just adds further proof of my skills and what I'm actually capable of. So yeah, so that's the main reason I've set this up. Also, it's just a fun thing to pass the time. And then my friend Hetty, I believe it's Story-Eyed Kitten on Instagram, I forget, she asked me, what is my opinion on people who think that pansexuality is invalid? In case you weren't aware, I'm pansexual. That means that I feel attraction to people regardless of gender. To some people that sounds an awful lot like bisexuality, and yes, they are incredibly similar. There are a lot of crossovers, but to some people, like myself, the differentiation matters, the different label matters. I know we don't need labels, but to me, I use my label to find other people like me. And my opinion on those people that say, oh, it's invalid, or it's this, oh, excuse me, that say, oh, it's the same as bisexuality, my opinion on you is, I just don't want to be friends with you, and I don't want to talk to you, especially not if you're part of the community, because I can understand why people think it doesn't exist because it sounds so similar to bisexuality, but if you are a member of the community, say for example you're gay yourself, or you're trans, or you are bi, you have likely at some point in your life gone through some kind of discrimination, some kind of abuse, some kind of hatred because of your identity. If you haven't, good for you, that sounds lovely, but most of us have. And if you have gone through all that, and then you're doing the same thing and you're invalidating somebody else in the community, you're literally doing to someone what's been done to you, and it's not fair. It's wrong and it's hurtful, and it's just stupid, to be honest. It is just stupid. You know, there's certain identities in the community that I don't particularly agree with. The whole demi-boys and demi-girls thing, and people are like, I'm star-gender. I think they're a bit meh, like, surely that just goes into like the non-binary kind of category, that kind of thing. But at the same time, I don't discriminate against those people. I won't go up to one of those people and say, you're incorrect and invalid. I'll just go, okay, I don't really think that's a thing, but you do you. Because everybody in the community, point of the community is we are one group, one vast and ever-growing group of people that have been discriminated because of our gender or our sexuality or lack thereof. And rather than looking at somebody else who claims to be something and going, you're not that, you should be going, okay, maybe I don't think it exists, but you've still gone through shit for it, so I'm going to support you anyways. I could go on like a 3-hour rant about this, to be honest, and a lot of queer topics. I know some people don't like that slur. I don't use it as a slur. I mean, I call myself queer, so. I am considering, once the house move is sorted, once I have my life kind of leveled out again, I might start posting LGBT plus videos on Wednesdays talking about my journey and thoughts on the community. Don't know whether that's something you guys would want. I would post them on another channel so it doesn't overlap with my makeup, but for now I might just post them all on one channel or just do them once every couple of weeks. Because to put it simply, if I get any viewers that come for the makeup, discover I'm queer and don't like that, leave. Just please leave. Don't even say anything. Just silently back out the door, because being part of the community is one of the biggest parts of my life, and if you don't like it, you can fuck off. So with that little rant over, I have one more question, and that is from, it's gone off. Please hold, technical difficulties. My phone kind of went off. From Purple Pink Red here on YouTube. I love our channel. She seems so sweet. And she asked, I would love to know how and when you got into makeup, specifically SFX. So how I got into it's a bit weird. With special effects, the kind of things, I think it was sort of, must have been October 2017. I did a little clown face for Halloween. I started doing face paint and I used tissues and kind of glue to make this like Chelsea grin. Didn't look great, in fact it looked diabolical. If I can get a picture I'll put it in now. Yeah, it was awful, but yeah, that kind of sparked it. But then it took till Halloween, so October 2018, before I wanted to really start getting into it. So I did my brother up for a zombie with this like sort of open cut wound on his face, and I'd been practicing for a few weeks before that, doing like cuts and stuff using liquid latex. And from there, I don't know what it was, I hadn't really seen any videos or anything, something just like snapped back in my mind and I was like, that's it, that's what I want to do. So I kept practicing, and for Christmas my family very sweetly bought me some face paint palettes and new bottles of latex, like a bigger bottle of latex, and because I had those materials I was able to just keep on practicing. So from October 2018 to now, July 2019, I've just been practicing. Every opportunity I get, I'll just do a random piece on myself. Sparked from nowhere. The glam side of makeup, I don't, I'm not good at it. I don't really enjoy wearing. I'm wearing some now, but that's not really glam. That's sort of just I got bored. That's kind of just been the last couple of months. I used to try and wear eyeshadow a little bit when I was a bit younger. I have a message. But for the last couple of months, it's kind of just been upon the realisation that I want to go into makeup artistry as a job. Glam, or at least base makeup, will come into it at some point. You know, if you've got a person on set and she suffered an injury but she happens to also wear makeup, you'll do your makeup and your injury, and you know, you work as one team. So it was just worth getting into. Yeah, that's kind of the story behind it. There's not some big long dramatic, I just fell in love with it. It was like, no, just a few months ago I thought this looks cool, I'll try this, and it's kind of spawned in my mind to the point that I'm like, no, this is what I want to do for a career. I was, fun fact, extra little bonus thing for you, I was in equine, so if you don't know what that means, I was studying horses at college, and it was very physically exhausting and it was very stressful, so I'm taking a step back from that to pursue a makeup career. So yeah, that is all the questions I had today. Just a bit of a waffly video. If you have any further questions, leave them in the comments and then I'll respond to you at the time, but I'll probably write them down somewhere and come back to them in the future. As I've said, we are unfortunately preparing to move house soon, so videos may be disrupted as everything gets packed up. I have a few pre-recorded, but it's just a case of how soon I can get them edited and posted. I don't know when we're actually leaving, so I'll just see how it goes. But if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, leave any questions, comments, concerns down below, make sure you're subscribed, following my Instagram because I do host more things on there, all that good stuff, and I shall see you later because I have a room to clear like now, so ciao.